with their intensity. And I think it was 9-0. We had to call a timeout. Steph got beat backdoor, a couple turnovers. Just a horrible way to start. But even then, we fought back in. We were down eight at the half right there. But it's it's going to take more than an effort like that to win a finals game against a great team, obviously.
And my other question was, do you understand what was going on with Curry, especially in the first half?
He didn't play well.
On the right side over here, Kenny.
Kenny Rhoda, WHBC Radio.
Hi, Kenny.
Hey, Steve. How do you explain a 63-point turnaround from Game 2 to Game 3?
It's the NBA. This is how it is. Most of the teams in the league are pretty equal in talent. As Greg Popovich used to tell me, the other guys make millions of dollars a year to play the game too. And so when you get to this level, everybody's got talent. Whether you're in the finals or it's the 10th game of the season, every team you go against has great talent. Every player in the NBA is a great player. And if you let your guard down and the other team is angry, then you can see this kind of turnaround. It's happened in every series for them, every series for us. Maybe not for them, but for us, it's happened, and that's the way it goes.
On your left, Ethan.
Ethan Strauss, ESPN. Was there any consideration of downsizing with them starting both halves small? Any consideration to maybe starting the second half that way?
You mean like take Bogut out of the lineup?
Yes.
Not really. We thought Bogues played well. Bogues has done a good job for us in the series, and we didn't feel like we had to match what they were doing because of their change in their starting lineup. We can always make a quick substitution. So that I don't think that had anything to do with losing the game. It wasn't lineups. It wasn't substitution patterns. It was we just got our tail kicked.
Fourth row in the center.
Dan Devine, Yahoo Sports. Coach, after holding Kyrie Irving down pretty well through the first two games of the series, was able to get off really well early tonight. What did you see from him that was different tonight than what you saw through the first two games?
He was just really aggressive, and he's a great player. He had a couple of tough games, and I thought his play kind of mirrored their team's play. You spend 2 or 3 days listening to everybody say things about you that don't feel that good. Usually you bounce back, and I thought they bounced back and played a fantastic game, and Kyrie played a great game, and clearly they were playing at a much higher level than we were, and they deserved the win, obviously.
Joe over here on the fourth row on the right.
Joe Varden, Cleveland.com. Steve, not to pick on him, he's had a great playoffs and a good season, but Kevin was out tonight for the Cavs. Does his absence make them a tougher matchup for the Warriors specifically?
I think the game would have been the same whether he played or not. This was about one team being emotionally fired up and angry about being down 2-0 and another team being comfortable. So I don't think that had anything to do with it. I think it was just the level of intensity that they brought. They would have brought it with Kevin too. So I don't think it made a difference.
Again, over here, Ron.
Steve, Ron Krychek from the San Francisco Chronicle. You guys have lost game threes before, as we've talked about, and you and the players all said how you had to match their intensity from the start. Are you baffled, surprised? I mean, you've said you sometimes know how your team's going to play.
Yeah.
Did you see this coming at all?
I didn't see it coming. No, I mean, we talked about it. We talked about how Cleveland was going to come out on their home floor, being down 2-0. We talked about all that stuff, and I was very hopeful, and I was expecting that our team would play much better, but we didn't. So I didn't have them ready.
On your left, Tim.
Tim Kawakami, Mercury News. Did you pull Steph there in the second quarter due to poor performance? Was it to talk to him? It was before he got his third foul. We put him back at the third foul, but he had a turnover. Did you pull him out because you were upset with him?
No, I wanted to tell him something that I saw. So I took him out talk to him for a second and put him back in.
Where did you think his head was in this game? Did you think he was into this game?
He did not start the game well, turned it over, got beat backdoor, and he was not his usual self. Now, it happens sometimes. I mean, that's what everybody was saying about them the last 2 games. When no matter who you're talking about, when a team plays poorly, the team deserves criticism. The coach deserves criticism. The players, I always tell our guys, that's why we get paid. We don't get paid to show up and shoot baskets every day. We get paid because we're going to get a lot of criticism, and we deserve it tonight.
Right here in the front.
Hey, Steve. Phil Barber, Press Democrat. I think you were out rebounded 52-32. Yeah. How much of that do you think was effort tonight? And if not effort, what was going on in the paint?
Well, Tristan Thompson was great on the offensive glass. I thought we did a pretty good job defensively in the second quarter and got back in the game. Most of their points came off of either our turnovers or their second chance. And those 2 things, we might be able to survive one of the 2. We can't survive both. We're going to get killed on the glass and get killed on turnovers. I mean, they had 34 points off our 18 turnovers, so that's going to be pretty difficult to overcome, because you end up, you look at the stat sheet, they had 15 more field goal attempts as a result, and so we've got to do a better job both taking care of the ball and on the boards.
Last 2, back left, and then right here in this corner.
Joseph Cacharo, the scorer. Steve, Steph and Clay have both gone from about 20 attempts per game in the first 3 rounds to about 13 so far in the finals. What have the Cavs done successfully to limit not just their makes, but their actual looks at the bucket?
Well, they're being very aggressive with them out on the perimeter, and it didn't matter in the first 2 games because other guys scored, and we got lots of good offensive possessions. And tonight, obviously, it did matter. We didn't get a lot of great looks for them, but we didn't get much of anything going. So their aggressiveness was important tonight.
Last one, Ray, right here.
Steve, down here. Ray Jaski, ESPN 990. Curious about the flip side of that same coin. What needs to be done? What wasn't happening to create space, create looks for your guys? Because surely the Cavs were hustling more. But you guys have countered that so many times in the past. What didn't happen tonight?
We weren't tough enough. We weren't strong enough with the ball. We were soft. We were soft tonight. And when you're soft, you get beat on the glass and you turn the ball over. Those are the telltale signs. So we can't be soft in Game 4 if we want to win. Thank you.